Hello and welcome to your daily astrology and tarot horoscope, brought to you by Nicholas today for Monday, October 6th of 2014. And the planet of the day is the moon. As you know, I always go through the planets of the day and try to align with the planetary energy every day. It's something our ancestors have always followed, these what they consider the seven planets, which is the sun and the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Those are all the ones they can see without telescopes, and so we have centuries of our ancestors basically observing these and creating archetypes and rich stories around them. And so it's very, very powerful to align with the planet of the day and try to embody that energy and really create, basically it's like a chakra balancing. So come Sunday, come what I consider the shine day, you're actually just embody the full energy of the week and start afresh. So today's planet is the moon, and I would love to read what the moon card represents in the tarot. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot Guidebook, and the deck is deck is by Kim Kronz. The moon is vivid dreams and fears. In many ways, the moon card encompasses the idea of the wild unknown. It is the shadow realm, the place where dreams, fears, and mystery are born. Much darkness can linger here, and if you aren't careful, this can lead to periods of anxiety, self-doubt, and almost as if you're lost your way in a house of mirrors. Many great artists have roamed the inner landscape. It's where imagination and creativity drift freely upon the midnight air. So it can be a scary place, the moon energy, but it's also where artists get inspiration. And knowing your moon phase is very important, and one good way to align with that energy. If you look at the picture of the moon card, it looks like the balsamic moon phase, which is the moon phase just before it reaches new moon. And the new moon is when the moon and the sun conjunct, so you can't see the moon. And that is a time of going in, and it's a time, I just was in my progressed balsamic moon phase, and that's a time of a lot of questioning, a lot of doubt, a lot of being ignored. It's receding, it's going into the background, and it is connecting to that intuitive side. It can be very powerful for hermiting away and creating art, but at the same time, as you're trying to do things in the outer world, things get a less emotional stable. And so that's what Monday represents, but not for us, because today the card of the day is the creator from the Osho deck. This is the Zen Tarot Osho deck, and this is the King of Fire. And I pulled this on my weekly tarot reading, which you can find in the link below if you want to follow. But for me, this is a very, very auspicious card to pull on a Monday, because I've been having a lot of lunar cards that have been pulled ever since August of this year till now. I've never pulled a fire card on a Monday, and especially a King of Fire. If you look at him, he's using fire energy in a creative way that's beneficial, healing, and warming, and life-giving. He's not using it in the destructive way that fire can be used. So it's very important for us to be very mature and to actually light the way today, and we're going to have a lot of creative force if we do. So very auspicious card to pull on a Monday. The Wild Unknown card that I pulled just now is the this is the six the Six of Wands. So it's another fire card, so it's a very fiery, which means we're aligned with spirit today. It means we want to take action. We kind of act first, think later, but these are all very graceful cards. Sometimes fire energy can be very blunt and like very Aries and wants to push, but these are very graceful cards. If you look at the butterfly coming from the darkness of the twigs and all the wands down there, it's a new life, it's a new blooming, it's flying, it's making its way. And what I love about this card is, yes, it's a fire card, but I love the blue in the wings. This is what I keep calling the fire water energy that I talked about it a lot in July, because there's a lot of weeks in July where all the planets were in fire and water signs. And here we are on a Monday, which is a very lunar and watery day, and we're getting two fire cards, and one of them in this Wild Unknown deck is has a very beautiful blue and kind of intuitive wings flying into this new self. So it extremely exemplifies the the signifying card of the week, and you'll be able to find the signifying card of the week in my blog that I posted, and I'll share below. And I also did a weekly tarot reading video, which I linked below, and that's where I got the signifying card, and that's where I got the Zen Osho tarot card. And how you use this is the signifying card is the world psyche lesson that we're learning for the week. We're learning to be feminine, we're learning to be ourselves, and we're learning to gently shine in our abundance of who we truly are and our hopes and our dreams. That's what this week is all about. Monday, we're getting this fire energy to help us do it, and we have to be responsible with it. And if we are, wonderful doors can open to us. And the outward events is there's going to be some new blooming, some new life coming into us. There's going to be something fresh, a fresh new start that's opening to us on this Monday. This is sort of the outer event cards. That's how I use my three cards of the day. It's kind of like a mini 3-card spread, but the signifying card will be for the entire week. This is our emotional guidance system, and this is the external event for the day. That said, astrologically, there's not a lot going on. Just know that the moon will go void of course at 12:38 p.m. because right now the moon is in Pisces, and it's moving into Aries, yet again another fire-water combination. So that's very strange that we're having a very Pisces, very watery, very intuitive Monday, and we're getting fire energy to give us that extra spark to actually do something with it. The moon is going to square Mars at 3:35 a.m. and the moon will trine Saturn at 12:38 p.m. And when it makes that last aspect to Saturn at 12:38 p.m., it's void of course. And void of course moons are not times that they recommend to take new actions or to start new projects. I know the world doesn't work on an astrology clock, so what I highly recommend is for you to document any projects or any new things that you start during the void of course moon and see what happens during and for those projects. The moon will go into Aries at 7:28, or it'll go into Aries at 3:07 a.m. on Tuesday, October 6th of 2014. So what that means is it won't be void of course anymore. So you basically have a whole day, all after 12:38 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, you have a whole day of a void of course moon. So be very mindful of the new projects you start, and if there's any chance you can start it before it, do it. And if you can't, be observant and journal and see how it affects you. So that is your reading for today. My name's Nicholas. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a happy Monday, and thank you so much for watching.